If you're over 60, what I'm about to reveal might shock you and make you rethink everything you believe about healthy living. Because the vitamin pill you faithfully take every night, the one you trust to protect your brain and heart, could actually be quietly pushing you toward a stroke or a heart attack. No warning, no pain. 1 minute you're sleeping soundly. The next your arm drops limp, your mouth won't move, your words are stuck. The room spins around you. And here's the real shocker. It's not from smoking, it's not from eating greasy food, it's not from skipping exercise. It's from a habit millions do every single day, believing it's the key to a longer life. As a neurologist, I've seen far too many silent strokes strike within minutes of waking with the trigger, possibly being the very pill they swallowed the night before. Today, I'm going to expose 5 common vitamins that could silently spike your blood pressure, thin your blood to a dangerous level, or set off a brain bleed, deadly risks that hit especially hard after 60. If you're over 60, what I'm about to share could save your brain, your heart, and possibly your life. We've been told for decades that vitamins are the secret to a healthy life, that popping a pill every morning is part of a healthy lifestyle, the ultimate shortcut to a healthy body. But what if I told you, some of those vitamins, the very ones sitting in your kitchen cabinet, could be quietly putting your health at serious risk? I'm not talking about junk food, or obviously unhealthy food. I'm talking about supplements we trust, the ones marketed as good for your brain health, essential for disease prevention, or a must for seniors. Many of them promise improved memory, better circulation, and stronger bones. Yet in certain doses, or combined with the wrong habits, they can do the opposite, damaging your arteries, disrupting your nutrition balance, and even triggering a stroke while you sleep. This is where health awareness becomes your most powerful shield. In the next few minutes, we're going to uncover 5 common vitamins that millions of older adults take daily, vitamins that, when misused, can harm your brain, compromise your healthy body, and silently increase your risk of stroke, heart attack, and long-term disease. And here's the part you can't miss. I'll also show you safer ways rooted in real healthy food, smart nutrition tips, and sustainable healthy habits to protect your mind, heart, and overall well-being. So let's start with one of the most surprising. Vitamin D. You've heard it's vital for bones, immunity, and mood. And that's true when it's part of a balanced diet and healthy eating plan. But too much vitamin D, especially taken at the wrong time of day, can quietly set off a chain reaction in your body that ends with a stroke. Let me introduce you to Harold, a 74-year-old retired carpenter. Harold lived what many would call a healthy life. He avoided unhealthy food, kept a balanced diet full of healthy food, and stuck to regular healthy habits like morning walks and staying hydrated. Every day without fail, he took a vitamin D supplement, 10,000 IU, believing it was an essential part of his healthy lifestyle and healthcare routine. But over time, that high dose created a dangerous situation inside his body. Excess vitamin D caused calcium to build up in his blood. That calcium hardened and narrowed his arteries, silently increasing the risk of blood clots that could block blood flow to his brain. One morning, Harold's wife found him slumped in his chair, unable to lift his right arm. His speech was slurred. His healthy and unhealthy habits had collided, and the result was a stroke. Blood tests showed dangerously high calcium levels, hardened arteries, and unstable blood pressure. The diagnosis was clear: vitamin D toxicity. The scary part, Harold had no symptoms before that morning. No headaches, no warning signs. He went to bed feeling fine and woke up in a body he didn't recognize. For those over 60, the risk is even greater. As we age, our arteries naturally lose flexibility. Our nutrition needs change, and our healthy body becomes more sensitive to imbalances. Taking large doses of vitamin D before bed, especially when combined with calcium or heart medications, can be like planting a silent time bomb in your circulatory system. That's why real healthcare means more than just taking pills. It means knowing exactly what's in your supplements, understanding how they interact with your diet and healthy eating habits, and recognizing that sometimes the best nutrition tips come from healthy food, not a bottle. In the next section, I'll show you another heart-healthy vitamin that can actually raise your brain bleed risk and why millions of seniors are taking it without realizing the danger. If vitamin D was a wake-up call, then vitamin E is a reminder that even the supplements labeled heart-healthy can carry hidden dangers for your brain and your health. For years, vitamin E has been marketed as a miracle nutrient, an antioxidant that supports circulation, protects cells, and keeps skin youthful. It appears on countless healthy food labels, multivitamin bottles, and even brain-boosting supplement ads. Many seniors add it to their diet without a second thought, believing it's a smart, healthy habit for disease prevention and overall healthy living. But here's the part most people don't know. When taken in high doses, especially with blood-thinning medications, vitamin E can increase your risk of a brain bleed, a type of stroke that can permanently damage your brain health. Jeanette, a 78-year-old from Texas, was one of those people. She lived an active life, stayed committed to healthy eating, and avoided most unhealthy food. Her healthy lifestyle included daily walks, gardening, and regular checkups. She was already taking warfarin, a common blood thinner, prescribed for her heart valve condition. One day, Jeanette read an article online claiming that vitamin E could boost blood flow and improve memory. Thinking it would be a great nutrition tip for her brain, she went to the store and bought a bottle. Each capsule contained 800 IU, far above the recommended 15 mg, about 22 IU for older adults. She began taking one capsule every day, adding it to her morning healthy habits alongside her multivitamin omega-3 and other supplements. Her diet was rich in vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains, the kind of healthy food that supports both brain health and heart health. She felt confident she was doing everything right. But 3 weeks later, Jeanette woke up with a pounding headache. Within hours, she was vomiting, disoriented, and struggling to speak. Her family rushed her to the ER. A scan revealed a hemorrhagic stroke bleeding inside her brain. It wasn't caused by high blood pressure. It wasn't an accident. The culprit was the combination of warfarin and high-dose vitamin E, which thinned her blood so much that a tiny vessel in her brain ruptured. From a medical standpoint, this happens because vitamin E at high doses acts as a blood thinner. When paired with anticoagulants like warfarin, aspirin, or Plavix, the blood becomes too thin to clot effectively. Even a minor vessel weakness can lead to catastrophic bleeding. Jeanette survived, but her healthy body would never be the same. She now walks with a cane, and her once sharp memory sometimes falters. Through tears, she told me, "I thought I was taking care of my health. I didn't realize I was slowly harming my brain." Her story is a powerful reminder that healthy and unhealthy habits often depend on context. A nutrient that's beneficial in food form, like vitamin E in nuts or seeds, can become dangerous in pill form at high doses. The difference between healthy food and unhealthy food isn't just about ingredients. It's about dosage balance and the body's needs. That's why health awareness is essential. Just because something is labeled natural or for brain health doesn't mean it's risk-free. In fact, many over-the-counter vitamin E supplements in the US contain 200 to 1,000 IU, far beyond what the average senior's healthcare plan should include. If you're over 60 taking any blood-thinning medication and using high-dose vitamin E without your doctor's guidance, you're putting your health and your brain at unnecessary risk. The safer path. Get your vitamin E from healthy food sources. A handful of almonds or sunflower seeds, a drizzle of sunflower oil over leafy greens, spinach or avocado in your salad. These healthy eating choices not only give your brain what it needs, but also keep your nutrition in balance, aligning with principles of moderation and disease prevention. In the next section, we'll explore a vitamin often promoted as good for the nerves and essential for mental clarity, vitamin B6, and why taking too much can permanently damage your brain health and your ability to move. If vitamin E taught us that more isn't always better, vitamin B6 shows us that even nutrients essential for the brain can become dangerous when taken in excess. For decades, vitamin B6 has been promoted as a supporter of nerve function, a booster for mood, and a key to mental clarity. Many seniors believe that adding B6 to their diet is one of the smartest healthy habits for brain health and disease prevention. You'll find it in countless brain support supplements, energy formulas, and even fortified healthy food products. But here's what almost no one says. Too much vitamin B6 can actually damage the very nerves it's supposed to protect, sometimes permanently. Mr. Philip, a 75-year-old retired utility worker from Texas, was meticulous about his healthcare routine. He avoided unhealthy food, followed a balanced, healthy eating plan, and made exercise part of his daily, healthy lifestyle. He read labels, researched supplements, and took pride in his health awareness. Every morning he would take what he called his brain-boosting stack, a combination of capsules marketed for memory focus and nerve health. Each pill contained 100 milliliters of vitamin B6. He didn't stop at one. He took 2 pills a day for a total of 200 milligrams, more than 20 times the recommended daily intake for older adults, generally 2 to 10 milligrams from all food sources combined. At first, the changes were subtle. A tingling in his feet, occasional numbness in his hands. He brushed it off as poor circulation. But over the months, his grip weakened. He began dropping utensils at the dinner table. His once steady walk became unbalanced. And then came the falls, 3 of them in just 2 months. One morning while heading to the bathroom, he stumbled and hit his head against the wall. His wife rushed him to the clinic. When we reviewed his nutrition and supplement list, the cause became clear. Vitamin B6 toxicity. Medically, here's what happens. Vitamin B6 is water-soluble, but in high chronic doses, it can damage the myelin sheath, the protective layer around your nerves. Without that insulation, nerve signals slow down or misfire, leading to numbness, weakness, tremors, and loss of coordination. In severe cases, it can impair memory and cognitive function, directly harming brain health. What makes this so dangerous is that the symptoms mimic other conditions common after 60: arthritis, poor circulation, even early dementia. Without proper health awareness, people often think it's just aging, when in fact, it's a preventable health risk caused by an excess of a nutrient they thought was safe. For Mr. Philip, we stopped the supplement immediately. Some of his nerve function returned over time, but not all. He still uses a cane and can no longer drive. I said. With quiet frustration, he told me, "Doctor, I was trying to protect my brain. I didn't realize I was damaging it." The lesson here is clear. Even healthy and unhealthy habits can blur together if we ignore dosage. A small amount of vitamin B6 from healthy food like bananas, poultry, or spinach supports your healthy body. But high-dose supplements taken daily without medical supervision can shift that from a healthy habit to an unhealthy one. If you want to maintain brain health and avoid long-term nerve damage, follow these nutrition tips. Get most of your vitamin B6 from healthy eating rather than pills. Check supplement labels carefully. If your daily intake is more than 10 milligrams from all sources, consult your doctor. In the world of health, prevention is always easier than repair. By prioritizing real healthy food and balanced nutrition, you can support your brain, reduce risk, and live a truly healthy life well into your later years. In the next section, we'll turn to a vitamin most people associate with eyesight and skin, vitamin A, and reveal how too much can mimic a stroke, threatening both your brain health and your independence. If vitamin B6 showed us how nerve damage can slowly steal mobility, vitamin A proves that too much of a good nutrient can imitate something as terrifying as a stroke, threatening your brain, your independence, and your healthy life. For decades, vitamin A has been associated with good vision, glowing skin, and a strong immune system. You'll find it in multivitamins, beauty supplements, and anti-aging formulas. Many seniors take it daily, believing it's part of their healthy lifestyle and a smart step in disease prevention. Margaret, a 78-year-old retired piano teacher from Oregon, believed that too. She valued her brain health, stayed committed to healthy eating, and avoided unhealthy food. Her diet was rich in leafy greens, whole grains, and lean proteins. But every morning for nearly 5 years, she also took a capsule containing 10,000 IU of vitamin A, more than 3 times the maximum safe dose for older adults, which is around 2,500 tons to 3,000 IU. At first, she felt fine. Then came the headaches. They weren't the normal tension headaches you get from stress. These were deep throbbing and sometimes accompanied by dizziness. On some mornings, her vision blurred and her balance faltered. Her family thought it might be age fatigue or dehydration. One afternoon, while reading music in her living room, she suddenly developed slurred speech and intense pressure in her head. Her daughter rushed her to the hospital fearing a stroke. The scans, however, told a different story. There was no blood clot, no bleeding, no blocked artery. Instead, doctors found intracranial hypertension, an abnormal buildup of cerebrospinal fluid around the brain, increasing pressure inside the skull. This is where the science becomes critical for health awareness. Vitamin A is fat-soluble, meaning your body stores it in the liver and fat tissues. Over time, excess amounts can seep into the brain and disrupt the delicate balance of cerebrospinal fluid. When this fluid builds up and can't drain properly, it presses against the brain tissue, much like overinflating a balloon inside a rigid box. The result: symptoms that mimic a stroke. Severe headaches, blurred vision, dizziness, and even speech problems. Left untreated, this can lead to permanent vision loss, memory issues, and long-term damage to brain health. Margaret's situation was a wake-up call. She had been following what she thought were healthy habits, protecting her eyes, skin, and immunity, but had crossed the line into unhealthy habits without realizing it. Her supplement bottle had no clear warning label about maximum dosage. After stopping the high-dose vitamin A and receiving treatment to reduce fluid buildup, some of her symptoms improved. But she still requires regular eye exams, balance therapy, and has days where fatigue forces her to rest. She told me, "I thought I was doing the right thing for my health. I didn't know I was slowly putting my brain under pressure." This is why healthy and unhealthy food choices and supplement choices must always be guided by science, not just marketing claims. Vitamin A in healthy food sources like carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach, and liver can be beneficial in moderation. But in pill form, especially at high doses, the risk of harm rises sharply. If you're aiming for healthy living and disease prevention, follow these nutrition tips. Get vitamin A primarily from healthy food as part of a balanced diet. Avoid long-term use of high-dose supplements unless prescribed by a doctor. Watch for symptoms like persistent headaches, blurred vision, or unexplained dizziness. These are red flags for brain pressure. In health terms, prevention means understanding not only what's healthy, but also when something healthy can become harmful. Maintaining your healthy body isn't just about taking nutrients, it's about taking the right amount in the right form at the right time. In the next section, we'll look at niacin vitamin B3, often praised for heart and cholesterol benefits, and reveal how excessive doses can destabilize blood pressure and trigger mini-strokes, putting both your brain health and your independence at risk. If vitamin A showed us how excess can press on the brain from the inside, niacin, also known as vitamin B3, demonstrates how a supplement meant to protect your heart can in high doses destabilize your blood vessels and set the stage for a mini-stroke or transient ischemic attack. TIA. Niacin has long been praised for its ability to lower cholesterol and support cardiovascular health. It's found in some healthy food sources like fish, poultry, and peanuts. And in small amounts, it plays a vital role in metabolism and brain health. Many older adults add niacin to their diet, believing it's a key healthy habit for disease prevention and a strong, healthy lifestyle. Frank Miller, an 82-year-old retired carpenter from the Northeast coast, was one of them. Frank lived a modest, healthy life, followed healthy eating principles, and avoided most unhealthy food. His diet included whole grains, fresh vegetables, and lean meats. But he also took several supplements, one of which was niacin, 1,000 micromers per capsule. His bottle claimed it supports cholesterol and circulation, which sounded like an excellent nutrition tip for his heart and brain. What Frank didn't know was that 1,000 milligrams is far beyond the daily need for seniors, which is typically around 30 to 50 milligrams from all sources combined. And he wasn't just taking one capsule. He was taking 2 a day for a total of 2,000 milligrams. Here's where the science matters for health awareness. Niacin causes vasodilation, the widening of blood vessels, which can create a warm flushing sensation in the skin. In small amounts, this is harmless, but at high doses, the vessels rapidly dilate and then constrict again, over and over. This repeated Janko-Mach effect puts mechanical stress on the vessel walls, much like opening and closing a high-pressure valve repeatedly. In Frank's case, this cycle led to unstable blood pressure, sudden spikes followed by drops. These swings disrupted blood flow to his brain, increasing his risk for both clot formation and temporary oxygen deprivation. One morning after his usual breakfast of oatmeal berries and green tea, all healthy food, he took his niacin pill. Within an hour, his face flushed bright red, his heart raced, and he felt dizzy. He tried to stand, but his right hand trembled and his speech slurred. The episode lasted about 2 minutes before resolving. This was a TIA, a warning shot from the body that a major stroke could be next. Frank didn't recognize the danger right away. He thought it was just one of those aging moments. But after a second similar episode, he sought medical help. Tests showed no permanent brain damage this time. The real culprit was his high-dose niacin regimen combined with blood pressure medication. The constant vessel stress had made his circulation unpredictable, threatening both his heart and brain health. From a prevention standpoint, this is critical for healthy living. Niacin in healthy food amounts supports nutrition and brain health. Niacin in high supplemental doses without medical supervision can shift from a healthy habit to an unhealthy and dangerous one. If you want to protect your healthy body and avoid the risk Frank faced, follow these nutrition tips. Keep niacin intake below 50 milligrams per day unless prescribed by your doctor. Avoid flush-free or extended-release niacin unless under strict health care. Monitoring, they can still cause blood pressure swings. Get niacin naturally from healthy food like chicken tuna, turkey peanuts, and mushrooms. Frank's story ended well. He stopped the supplement, his blood pressure stabilized, and he made small changes to his diet and healthy eating plan to support both his heart and brain. But he often tells friends, "I thought I was helping my health. I didn't realize I was playing with fire inside my own arteries." We've covered 5 popular vitamins, D, E, B6A, and niacin, each with the power to help or harm, depending on dose timing and individual health conditions. True healthy lifestyle choices go beyond labels and marketing. They come from health awareness, moderation, and prioritizing real healthy food over high-dose pills. Your brain, your heart, and your future depend on more than just what you take. They depend on how well you understand the balance between healthy and unhealthy habits. In healthy living, prevention is always the best medicine. In my next video, I'll show you the top everyday foods that naturally protect your brain health, improve circulation, and lower your risk of both stroke and heart attack without the dangers of excessive supplementation.